welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are reviewing DTF St. Louis. Now, what is this about? So it's about two, weather anchor guys. One guy does, sign language. It's not really in the shot, but one guy does sign language, and the other guy is, the main guy, the face of the weatherman. I don't know why the weatherman job in America is so, super popular. I don't really get it, but yeah, a lot of movies and shows and stuff like that are like, fuck, he's the weatherman, he's fucking sick, shove money in his face, fuck yeah, weatherman. I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe someone from America can explain why being a weatherman has got such a fucking hype to it and so much money around it apparently. So I don't understand it. But anyway, let's get into the show. So the guys into the meat and bones of this series. So essentially, is these two, they work together. Then they can kind of build a bit of a friendship. Then essentially, what happens is the show is kind of about the the sign language guy. He's kind of dealing with some problems, so he kind of opens up to the friend, which is the weatherman. Let me get the fucking guy's name. I don't want to keep calling him a weatherman. Clark, yes, that's his name. It's Clark and Floyd. So Clark essentially is kind of has a bit of a thing for his wife. He develops a little bit of thing for his wife, but he also, as the more he gets to know Floyd, he kind of builds a very good friendship with Floyd, and essentially they kind of go on. But the way the series starts, which is the real slinger, is Floyd is found dead in a pool area thing, and that is kind of the who did it. So immediately they kind of say it's Clark. Clark is the one that did it. The cops are saying everything that leads to it, and the show is essentially the investigation of figuring out who killed Floyd. That's the entire investigation, and then you kind of get into the depth of the whole backstory and kind of what leads to the events of Floyd's death. That's not a fucking spoiler, by the way. It literally is in the trailers, and it's the first fucking scene you see. You see him dead, so it's not a spoiler. Yeah, so the reason it's called DTF is Clark kind of tells Floyd about this thing. I think he feels a little bit guilty that he likes his wife Carol, so he's trying to get him to also kind of I don't know, go out and meet someone else. So he tells him about this DTF. It's a down to fuck. You guys know what DTF is. It's an app just to meet random people, do the deed, and you can call it there. And he convinces him to do it, which I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't necessarily know why that is the title of the show, because there's not really much that goes on with the actual app in the series, in my opinion. It's very limited. It's, I guess, that they find some evidence on it when they're building the case, but it's not a key part. So I'm starting to think that they didn't really know what to call the show, so they just called it the app. That's just my opinion. Yeah, so it I don't know, I'm not doing the best job to describe the show, but essentially it is a very good show that they do very well with the making you think, oh, who could it be? There were a few times where I kind of went back and forth with it, but towards, I would say, I think it's a seven episode series. It's a limited series, or one off, one done. There's some funny moments between the detectives. I would say around episode 5, I think I figured out a little bit what was good. I had it between two options on how Floyd died. I don't know, maybe Eugenie says that maybe I've watched it or are going to watch it. Let me know in the comments down below how fucking quick you figured out what actually happened to him. But yeah, I don't think it's a terrible show. I don't think it's a great show. I think it's if you just want to watch something that's not gonna like drag itself too long over like in 4 seasons or something. I think it's a good little watch. What would I give it out of 10? I think I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Like I said, it's not the best, not the worst. It is good. It's a good watch. If you don't have anything going, or you just want to watch something that's, like I said, not going to drag itself on, I think it's not bad. Give it a 5. Seems a little harsh, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. It's okay. I think okay is 5. But yeah, that's going to be the DTF St. Louis review. I don't know if the reason they call it DTF is because they're going to do potentially more limited series with the DTF kind of thing. Maybe like they'll do DTF Miami or some shit like that. You know, I don't know if that's kind of the ringer. If anyone does know, let me know in the comments down below. I'm very interested to know why they called it that. But anyway, that's going to be it for the review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.